What's up, Primal Gang? Just wanted to do an update on my diet. So basically I eliminated completely dairy, like no more dairy for me. In the future probably gonna have some Parmesan Reggiano or some different types of raw cheeses, like just a little bit, but definitely not now. I feel great just without any dairy at all. Yeah, the thing is I really like cheese. Even when it was cooked and it's stretchy, I like it, okay? And I wish I could just grab some like an entire block of raw cheese and just eat it as a sandwich, you know, just like people eat like a cheese sandwich. Instead of that, I would just snack on some nice Comté cheese. Yeah, that would be so delicious, but sadly I can't eat a lot of it because it just doesn't digest well, man. It feels tough even when chewing, and it's tough even when it's in your intestines. It's not ideal. Red meat in its raw form is just more easily to digest, and it feels great in tummy. Okay, the other things I kind of reduced. So I reduced my consumption of eggs. I eat like, okay, but I was eating only the yolks basically until now, and even now I do the same, just the yolk, but I eat like 1 or 2, max 3 per day, like no more than that. I decided to give it a try, what it would feel like to consume more red meat, and I also reduced my consumption of minced meat. The reason why I did that is to try increasing my consumption in organ meat, and yeah, this way I'm buying way less minced meat. I don't buy steaks at all nowadays because minced meat makes more sense. It's more cheap, and yeah, it's pretty delicious. Like I can't really tell the difference between a ribeye and some nice quality minced meat. It just feels the same. So there's no reason for me to spend 2 times more for the same amount of meat, just to have it in a nice ribeye form. I just go for minced meat instead. And so instead, what I increased, my staple is basically is heart meat. Okay, I consume like a lot of heart and heart fat. I buy a lot of these, and it just lasts for so long, man, for many days. Actually, I would say even after like 4 or 5 days, it still tastes amazing. But by then I ate it all, and yeah, I can already go and buy some fresh heart again. And even the fat and everything, some parts of the fat, they taste like dry a little bit, and some parts are like more like I don't know how to put it. It's kind of like in a fresh ribeye. I don't know, maybe that parts were still hydrated or something. And what is interesting to me when I'm biting on it, it feels like it remembers me of a traditional food that we had. It's called pork scratchings. We call it tepertyű, okay, in Hungarian, but in English it's pork scratchings, and it really remembers me of that. It's basically pork fat. It's basically pork fat that was deep fried, okay? But I'm not eating pork, of course. I'm eating beef, but it really remembers me of that, and I used to love that back in the days. So now I don't even have to think about it, because I just have some, don't even need to cook it or whatever. Just go for some raw heart fat, and it tastes exactly like that on the inside. I guess maybe because that deep fried pork fat, sometimes it wasn't cooked through, and some of it still remained somewhat raw in the middle, and it tastes very similar to that. Okay. Next one, yeah, liver. I always freeze the liver to have it always ready. You know, it's not like always ready, because it needs some time to defreeze, but it still tastes amazing. So yeah, I like to keep the liver always frozen, and I would say I have the same amount, not maybe a little bit more, since switching more to eating like this. But muscle meat, don't get me wrong, it still feels amazing, but it's not as amazing if you keep it in the fridge for like 2-3 days. I don't know, it's not the same. While with eating heart, it still has that intense feeling, and yeah, I like that about heart. Heart became my absolute favorite meat to eat. And well, I'm taking back what I said about primalism, you know, the YouTube channel, when I said that the heart he eats, it doesn't look like completely fresh. Yes, fresh, it tastes amazing, but even after it stayed for like few days, even then, man, heart is just like always good. And I would say same about liver. I have some liver that was probably stayed there for like long time in the freezer, and when it defreezes, it's not the same as if it would be defrozen like freshly, you know. And yeah, even that, it still tastes amazing. I don't know if I could say the same about minced meat, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's my diet, basically, the foods that I eat. And about fruit and fruit juices, I'm having about the same amount. But yeah, I have as much as I want, and yeah, that's about it. But I don't look at it as food, to those fruits and fruit juices. I look at them as a supplement for hydration, okay? For hydration, for some minerals, for some vitamins, and some carbs. And yeah, that's about it. It's not food, okay? We are not fruitarians, we are carnivores. And just because we have some fruit, we are allowed to have some fruit, okay? And yeah, fruit is the best part of the plant, and it's delicious, so it's good for us. What else? I also had some pasteurized honey, just because I wanted to try a specific brand and a specific type of, it's called set honey. I was always buying it from a farmer's market, like from a farmer's shop, but it was like local honey, and because of that, it was even like I don't know, like 2 or 3 times more expensive than this one specifically. And I was curious if there will be any difference between that and this one, but no, there wasn't any difference. So yeah, I would say I wouldn't buy the other one anymore, just because it's local or whatever, and it's from a farmer's shop. Yeah. I did not eat any junk food since I made that video about how I overcame my junk food addiction. Because I simply can't find anything that I'm craving, man. Like, when I see green sludge and all of that, yeah, not really, man. I wouldn't eat that. Well, yeah, the thing that I said about that, there was that dessert that it's basically just made out of egg whites and sugar. But yeah, I would say that's not too bad to eat, because it's basically, yeah, just egg whites, but I'm throwing away the egg whites, so it doesn't make too much sense to me. I would say just have some raw egg yolks and it's still better, okay? And I know some of you would consider pasteurized orange juice or pineapple juice, like pasteurized, you would consider it as junk food, but yeah, this is what I can afford, man. I wish I could just have the nice tropical version, freshly taken off the tree, like tree ripen mangoes and tree ripen oranges, and just squeeze them just like Paul Saladino does. But yeah, I'm not that rich, okay? And yeah, I don't have access to that good quality fruits. And even if I would just buy just normal oranges, I feel like they just feel so dry and all of that. You can't. Sometimes it's really good quality, but you never know with fruit. That's the thing. And with meat, you know, because you just look at it. It looks nice and red, and you trust the place because you bought from there before, and it feels amazing and it feels satisfying. But with fruit, you just can't know. Okay, and I know some of you would consider pasteurized honey as a junk food, but I didn't had it for like months, okay, like months. So yeah, right now I just had like a full jar and consumed it just in like 2 or 3 days, and And yeah, what else? Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to buy some raw honey. But yeah, I hope I won't get scammed online or something. But yeah, I'm gonna look for something that is really nicely reviewed, and the review seems to be legit. Because yeah, I saw some really good prices online. Okay, yeah, I think that's the video. Thanks for watching, listening.